Well, this is awkward. There's another potato for me to talk about. Nah, just kidding. The Nikon Z50 II is not a potato. And Nikon doesn't make potatoes anymore. Now, as always, before I start talking about the camera, I need to highlight a few things. I did not get to test the camera out. Nikon didn't send it to me, and all of the information that I will be presenting to you in this video is coming from a YouTuber named Jared Poland and Nikon's own website. Links to both down in the video description. In video, the Z50 II can shoot 4K and up to 60 frames per second with a 1.5 times crop. However, I do have to note the Z50 II is already a crop sensor camera. It's an APS-C size camera. So in addition to that APS-C sensor, you have to factor in 1.5 times crop when shooting at 4K 60. So it's more like a micro four thirds sensor. It can also shoot 4K up to 30 frames per second, oversampled from 5.6K at 10-bit 422, 1080p at up to 120 frames per second, N-Log, it has a tally light, no record limit, and no digital hot shoe. The Z50 II has a 20.9 megapixel APS-C size sensor, an ISO range from 100 to 51,200, an X-Speed 7 processor, 11 frames per second in sort of an enlarged JPEG mode, and C50 and C30 in normal JPEG mode, so you can shoot 15 and 30 frames per second in normal JPEG mode. It also has pre-shooting at up to 1 second, and due to the old sensor, because it is the sensor from its predecessor, the Z50, it does have a lot of jelloing with the electronic shutter. When it comes to the autofocus, there are 9 types of subject detection: people, animals, birds, planes, cars, motorcycles, bicycles, and trains. So basically human, animal, and vehicle autofocus detection. From what I've seen, the autofocus results are good. However, when the subject that you're trying to film or photograph walks, for example, behind a pole, the camera will focus on the pole and not keep the focus on the subject, which I think is kind of frustrating, which makes the autofocus good, not great. When it comes to the body, the Z50 II has a smaller body than, let's say, the Z6 Mark III. Obviously, the Z50 II has ports. It has microphone and headphone jacks, a micro HDMI port, and a USB-C port. For media, it has one UHS 2 SD card slot, which can be accessed when putting in battery. The battery is an ENEL25A battery. It's smaller than the, I'll say, normal Nikon batteries that can be found in, for example, the Z6 Mark III, but that's because Nikon tried to make that camera smaller than the full frame lineup. As I said, it doesn't have a digital hot shoe, and it doesn't have a built-in IBIS. The Nikon Z50 II has a 3.2-inch, 1.4 million dot vari-angle touch LCD screen, and a 2.36 million dot EVF that has up to 1000 nits of brightness, which I think is good, but considering the fact that when it comes to an EVF, you're actually putting it to your eye, so the sun kind of... The camera weighs in at 520 grams, or 1.15 pounds, and can be bought for £909.95, or 999 euros. Now, if you ask me, and I'm sure you didn't, but I'm going to give you my opinion anyway, it's a great camera. Sure, I'm not debating that it's a great camera. However, I do have a few downsides, in my opinion, that make it just a good, great camera instead of being a great, great camera. Those downsides, in my opinion, are the missing IBIS, the missing digital hot shoe, the smaller battery, the improved but not up to par to the Z6 Mark III's autofocus, and the 1.5 times crop in 4K 60. So no, it's not a potato. Like I said in the beginning of the video, Nikon has officially left those days behind them. We are officially at the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to witness any future content I may make. Check out my other socials with the links in the description below. And thank you very much for watching. See ya.